Hi everybody, and welcome to the Turbo Guns channel. I'm Rob Young, your friendly neighborhood Rodelmeister, and today we're going to get into some maintenance. And if you have a Rodel long enough, you're going to be doing this. It's replacement of the Gummis, and they're this little, gasket-like thing that's right here. It's not at all difficult. I'm going to replace the first one in about 5 minutes. And here's the problem. There's a definite crack there, and you can tell this little guy is eventually going to just plain, there we go, that's much better. There, take a good look at this. You can tell this little guy is a Gummi. That's also German for rubber. It's eventually going to fall apart. If it does, like that, and you happen to be out having a good day of rodeling, it could just completely ruin your day. Now, there. I've had guys going down the hill having a good time, this happens, and that's the end of all the fun. The reason why is because it makes the steering irregular, because it serves as a little gasket and almost like a, it's sort of like a shock absorber, but not really. It's when the Rodel is moving around, it bounces off of these down on the bottom of the strut, if you want to call it that. Right there, right in there. There's a lot of flex going on, and this helps moderate that flexing. So it's a good thing to replace it. All right, it's really easy in this case. This is a Torggler Sport Rodel S, and I've had it for, well, since 2011. And it finally is seen enough miles, seen enough ultraviolet and ozone that's what's causing these Gummis to come apart. So you can just order some spares from Torggler, not a big deal. All right, what you're going to need is a 10 millimeter wrench here, and that's really basically all you need as far as fancy wrenches are concerned. It'd be helpful to have a soft hammer like so, and sometimes these are carriage bolts that are holding everything in place. So it's handy to have the claw hammer to help you work out the bolt without doing any damage. And just make sure that when you put the bolt back in that you match that little square that it sits in. Don't try to make a new one. If you do, you're going to wind up having the bolt spin on you. So just try to duplicate what was originally there, and your Rodel's up and good to go for another maybe 10 years or more. All right, here you go. So I can take that off. This is where the claw hammer comes in. You can't see it, but you can get an idea of what's going on. It's just a lever to ease that bolt out of there. Okay, after that, these are just mortise and tenon. And all you're doing is gently popping it loose. That's it. Now you notice down here, there's a little strap that goes on the upper rail. Make sure when you put this back on that you put that strap back on that rail if you happen to lose it. Just one of those things to pay attention to. All right, there's the old crummy Gummis. That one was definitely shot. And the new ones. There we go. Now it's just a matter of looking through the hole and making sure that everything's lined up properly. What I'm doing is just making sure that the square that was there, I don't make a new square. There we go. And these are nylon friction nuts, by the way. So when you crank them down, they tend to stay there. At least they have since 2011, so I presume they're going to do some more. They feel like they're in fine shape. Well, believe it or not, that's all there is to it. Just be careful about what you do, that you don't over tighten and all that sort of thing, the obvious. And as usual, happy rodeling.